And welcome to Inside the Booth. I'm David Arena. And in light of Star Wars Episode 9 coming out in December, I'm going to do some reviews, as usual. But I'd like to say it all started with a young Padawan, my daughter. She wanted to watch Star Wars, and so, of course, we did the original trilogy, Episodes 4, 5, and 6. Which then led to some questions as I'm training her in the Force. And that is, Daddy, what happened to Anakin Skywalker? These are questions that were spurred on by Episode 6, when Luke was dying by the hands of the Emperor, and then Darth Vader takes the Emperor and shoves him down the shaft. So I said, let's watch Episode 3. Revenge of the Sith. So, we did. And as I reviewed this movie, this was the days of George Lucas before Disney bought Lucasfilms. Wow, what can I say? The acting, by far, I've seen popsicle sticks do better acting jobs than what I saw in Star Wars, the prequels, episodes 1, 2, and 3. But, needless to say, episode 3 was the best. Only because they had a lightsaber duel that lasted 20 minutes between Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi. And as my daughter and I were watching this movie, we were having fun watching this movie, by the way. And she would say things like, Daddy, why is Anakin Skywalker angry? Why is he mad? And I would say, well, because he made some decisions that he regretted, and now he's full of anger towards himself. And then because of some events, some dreams he had about his wife dying, he thought that he could become all-powerful. And in the end, only found out that he couldn't save her anyways. He had no control. So to be a Sith means to have control, and to have control means you're angry, I guess, more or less. When you're trying to be in control of things, there's some issues going on there. But needless to say, it was a lot of fun watching Star Wars with my daughter. And I hope Episode 9 turns out better than Episode 8, The Last Jedi. Rise of Skywalker, I hope it's going to be good. But Revenge of the Sith, what can I say? The lightsaber scenes were the best. Cinematography was okay, but even the CGI was a little lacking. It was almost as if George Lucas was already checking out. So, I guess that's my review for Star Wars Episode 3. Cinematography, I'll give it a point. The music or the score of the movie, I give it a point. John Williams, hands down. I like that composer. The plot or the storyline is good. The acting, not so much. What happened to Natalie Portman when she left Lucasfilms and started doing Marvel and all these other movies? How come? I don't know if that has a lot to do with the director, but her acting skills got a lot better. And allegory, I'll give a Star Wars Revenge of the Sith a point for allegory in terms of what happens when we're betrayed. You have brothers in Christ, they betray you. Obi-Wan didn't want Anakin to be evil, and he tried his best. You know, we all at some point are betrayed by someone in our life, someone we looked up to, someone we loved. It's how we deal with that betrayal that counts the most. And even though those of us who follow Jesus were to forgive as Jesus forgave us, doesn't mean we always have to trust that person. Trust is earned, because when trust is broken, it takes a while to repair and rebuild that trust. Forgiveness, hands down, every believer has to do that. Jesus said it, done, over with. But to trust the person that wounded you and hurt you, you don't have to trust them immediately. Maybe you may never trust them again. But as a believer in Christ, you're to love and forgive, hands down. and then move on. Star Wars Revenge of the Sith maybe gets 4 points, and that's it. You be the judge of the prequels. Just as I judged the prequels, just as many people have judged the prequels as Mannequin Skywalker. Some people like the prequels better than the originals, and some people are going to like these 3 that are coming out now better than the other 6. To each his own. But thanks for watching. I'm David Arena. Hit the subscribe button. Tell your friends about Inside the Booth. Share this with other people. Your friends. Let your other friends know. My brother mentioned that if we get 100 subscribers, we can change our URL and do something better that people can notice us. So our goal is to reach 100. Send Inside the Booth to all your friends. They can watch whatever video they want to watch. Thanks again.